Discovery.
Hello, and welcome to Quick to the Ball of the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben. I'm joined by Mike.
Hello.
Claire.
Hey.
Pete.
Hello.
This week it's a movie episode. We're going to talk about the Adam Sandler. The
Chinese version.
The Adam Sandler martial arts movie. No, the Adam Sandler movie Spaceman, as seen on Netflix. Jumping on that Netflix bandwagon.
Yeah, they're putting quite a bit out, aren't they? Netflix, to be fair.
They all
Mm.
are. Streaming wars, isn't it?
Yeah.
It can only be good.
For us, I
Exactly.
guess, yeah. Until one company ends up winning.
Yeah, but who?
Disney, innit?
I don't know.
My money's on Disney. Yeah.
They will just buy everybody else
I'm
allegedly
with you on
at
that.
one
They've got
point. And can they take your Amazon?
Catalogue, haven't
Can Disney beat Amazon? Amazon. Is it Amazon versus Disney who's bigger? In terms of money, in terms of backing?
Amazon probably nowadays because of their commercial side of Amazon as opposed to the streaming side.
Who
They've
delivers
got-
the
they've got
Disney
money.
products?
Disney?
Oh, you buy them on Amazon though, can't you?
Yes, you can.
they? Yeah. Well, it might be two. It might just be Amazon and Disney.
Yeah, Netflix will go away at some point, I'd imagine, wouldn't you?
Yeah, true.
You've
Either
got
way.
Paramount, haven't you? You've got Apple.
Yeah, Apple aren't doing too bad. They haven't got much. What they have got's really good.
Paramount aren't too bad, purely for their Star Trek.
I wanted to watch that Halo show, but it was it's crap.
See, I think it looks good. I've not watched it yet. Though.
I'm meaning to watch it.
It's meant to be quite brutal.
As you can tell, we're doing a movie review.
Yeah, movie review is Spaceman. Right, well, I don't know much about TV because I spent the last fucking week playing Helldivers 2. So, here we go. Let's thank some new returning listeners. Follow us on Facebook at Come to the Ball and the Post-Truth Apocalypse, YouTube Apocalypse Ball, and SoundCloud and Spotify and all your other podcasting platforms. Cunning to the Ball in the PTA. Where do I start on this list? Stockholm in Sweden, Regina in Canada, Abidjan is Ireland? Is that Ireland?
Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast. Ah, similar flags, isn't it?
It does look a bit like it, but
It does look Irish.
it's like definitely Ivory Coast.
Alright, fair. I was going to say, because that's a strange Irish name. Dublin in Ireland.
There we
See,
are.
the flags are switched around.
That is all it is, pretty much.
That's
Isn't
it. They've got the green and the orange swapped around. My apologies, the Ivory Coast. Queen in, is that Qatar? Egypt.
Syria.
Oh,
I
goddamn.
know Egypt, you're right.
Egypt, yeah.
Yeah.
Hyattsville in the US, Austin in the US, London in the UK, Ashburn in America, Telford, our hometown, thanks to you,
Say the top one.
Guadalajara, Spain, and top of the list is Etobicoke,
Cookie, no, something Coke, isn't it?
Etobicoke in Canada, Etobicoke,
That'll do.
maybe, whatever. Thank you very much because you fucking smashed it. Clearly you find us hardly amusing. Well, find me hardly amusing. You guys help. I'm joking.
Cocky fuck.
I'm joking.
He's king of the world.
No, because you know what happens to him.
No, we all say loads, but because Ben's the one that edits this, he edits everyone else out and just leaves him in.
I don't edit this.
Well, they don't know that, do you, dickhead?
So, Spaceman is a 2024 American science fiction drama film directed by Johan Renck and written by Colby Day. It is based on the 2017 novel Spaceman of Bohemia by Jaroslav Kafir, starring Adam Sandler, Carey Mulligan, Kunal Nayyar, Isabel Rossellini and Paul Dano. It follows an astronaut sent on a mission to the edge of the solar system who encounters a creature that helps him put his earthly problems back together. I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say that this film should be called Adam Sandler Talks to His Therapy Spider in Space.
Yep, pretty much.
That's what, I mean, Spaceman's catchier. But if I wanted to just sum this film up in one sentence, that would be it.
Pretty much.
Because I don't understand
Adam and the therapy spider.
Adam, but this
Anger management in space.
It's not even anger management. It's just loneliness. It's like, oh man, I need someone to talk to.
Loneliness in
Here's a
space.
giant spider. If that was me, right? That's me, and I'm in space on my own, which I wouldn't be anyway. But I'm in space on my own, and my only companion is a giant imaginary spider, or any kind of spider. In all fairness, that's like 3 foot long, 3.5 foot long.
But it might not be real.
This is my point. If my mind's making that up, I am very, very disappointed.
Why
Because
didn't it make up a hot blonde with big boobs that was naked all the time?
anything but a spider.
Yeah.
Anything but a spider. Or some kind of insect, fly man, anything like that. Don't want it. Right? Just another person would be nice. I'll take talking to that fucking computer monitor as long as it's got a face.
It's very wet dwarf of you.
Yeah, anything but a fucking spider. And if my subconscious put a spider there, I'd be like, fuck you.
It
I'd be
would
like,
be likely to because of how much you're averse to it. Don't you think, guys?
Maybe.
mate, I'd have like,
It's
Almost
like
like-
Red Dwarf. It's like they bring back Rimmer to keep him sane.
yeah, but the thing is, Rimmer's a human. I can deal with that. This
I'd rather have a
spider.
spider than
This
Rimmer.
spider,
Yeah.
I'd have got round. No, because I'm going to play Risk with him.
Actually, well, you are like Rimmer, so it wouldn't
We're
work.
going to
for
talk
you.
about military history. It would have been great. It would have passed the time.
In
We're
the
going to watch.
river would get on like
We
a house on fire.
We
wouldn't
could
they?
have watched loads of World War II movies.
Oh my god.
I'd draw the line at telegraph poles, though.
I reckon he'd get you into him.
I don't think he would. I don't think he would.
You'll be spooning him, buddy.
Yeah,
End of the first night.
I reckon.
We'd be doing the Rimmer salute together.
Oh my god.
He'd be rimming him more like.
That's what I was thinking. I was
I'd-
going.
Rimmer is a hologram, technically, so there's no physical contact.
He becomes physical on multiple occasions,
In the early days, he's not. He's soft light, remember?
but he does come physical later on.
Well, either way, I'm not spooning Rimmer because I don't want to.
How
I
did
just
we
want
get on to Rimmer? We're talking about Spaceman.
I was talking about. I'd be very disappointed in my subconscious, and I realise that my brain does in fact hate me, and it's one of the reasons I've never taken hallucinogens as a youth, because I know that I'll be like, oh, this is amazing, and then my brain will go, you know, what'll be worse.
Shelob from fucking
Clown
Lord of
spiders.
the Rings coming along.
Clown spiders.
Clown spiders, right? Spiders and clown heads, and those big fucking feet, big shoes on their legs, right? Clown spiders, and I
Halloween. We'll sort one out.
that, you know that.
Plant it in his.
See, that's
plant it in
why
his
I've never done
garden at
hallucinations.
home.
I'm not convinced my brain
We'll
would.
spike him, we'll make him watch arachnophobia and then kill a clown from outer space.
Followed by it.
You think I might not notice?
You won't care. You'll be like,
You'll be
oh, what the
tripping."
fuck?
Look, I'm just saying. That's my thing. It's like, man, of all the things you could see, it'd be something it's repulsive. It's a repulsive form, the spider.
Yeah. They're not the prettiest of beings in any way, shape,
No.
or form, are they?
But anyway, let's carry on with the plot.
Is it real or is it fake?
Well, that's the other thing. That's another thing. Is it real or is it just his mind going? Huh, it's a giant spider over there.
Not
Mate,
sure
I'd
if
have
it
got.
is fake, you know.
I'd have got around the fucker with the airlock door open. I'd be in my spacesuit, yeah,
And just press the button.
and I'd have fucking like just Randy Savage drop kicked him in 0G, back through that fucking airlock door, smashed the button and blasted that fucker into
Makes no
space.
difference because he can breathe in space.
He's not in my ship. He can do what he wants.
He got in, he can get back in, can he?
Well, then I'd be
How did
waiting
he
with a
get in?
fucking
I
crowbar.
don't know how he got in and out. He just
Well,
sort of-
he. This is the thing. He's like. I think he is a real creature, and it can allow itself in and out as it pleases because it can basically. It can almost go ethereal, like
Yeah, he's one of the. It's like, yeah,
So it's like-
I get
it's
that.
almost
The
like
Matrix,
an
it's
ethereal
like-
creature.
It's like them twin ghost things that can sort of.
Manipulate the world around them almost. He can do what he fucking wants, pretty much. He
Isn't there
goes-
an X-Man that can do that? go through wars.
There's about 50 superheroes that can do that
Yeah.
over the years.
True.
But no, he could base, from what I gather from it, right, he is like a sentient space, not a space being, he's a sentient being from another galaxy, kind of, and he's a traveller, and he's been travelling for thousands of years.
He's the last of his race.
He's the last of his race because his race was plagued with a plague of sorts.
The parasites.
Yeah, it's
which
like
is another
parasite
thing.
plague.
Because they start touching each other.
Well,
Not inappropriately.
He tries to touch it, doesn't he? He says, "Don't touch me."
Yeah, and then he's hugging him at the end.
Yeah.
So, does that mean the human race is that's
Could
the
be.
dark end of this movie,
Yeah.
man.
but at the same time, I do
Pass
think
on the parasite.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure at some point he mentions the fact that it couldn't affect him. It couldn't affect the human.
And I'm pretty sure he says actually he lied to him or something. He said,
Oh, he says, I lied to you, I am dying.
Yeah,
"Ah,
yeah.
I just didn't want you to realise. I wasn't planning to stay this long, kind of thing.
That was it. But yeah, so he comes along, doesn't he? Basically, I think he is real. I think he just lets himself in and out through the hull. He just goes through it like he doesn't. He's that evolved. It doesn't. Hard objects don't worry him. Basically.
Well, let's put it this
Pass
way.
through
Let's
them.
see how fucking. Let's see how much of a. Let's see how much you can phase in and out the hull when I'm trying to bash him to death with a crowbar. If he comes back in.
Because at first you do think he's not real, and the fact that he won't let him touch him, you think, okay, he's definitely not real then. And then when he essentially has a fight with him,
yeah."
that's when I thought, okay, he is real because he's physically being overpowered by him now. He is touching him. He sneezed on him, and you saw the fucking snot and all that.
As we saw in
Right,
Fight Club, you can punch yourself and think someone else is doing it.
You can, but you can't put snot on your visor from nothing, can
No,
you?
you can't, unless that was his own snot.
Yeah, but
Unless he hallucinated that.
potentially, but we're not seeing his vision. We're looking at him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right, listeners,
So,
I haven't
from-
watched this. I'm going to ask a few questions. I didn't do my homework. So, who's snot? The spider
The
snot.
spider
Spider
snot.
snot.
Right, so he's wiping it off him.
It sneezes all over his
Yeah.
fucking space visor. Basically, he puts his spacesuit on at first, and that.
Yeah.
And he sneezes on him, and yeah. So there is physical evidence of him, and the fact that he does physically touch him at points.
Or it could be hallucinations.
But it could well be
You
hallucination,
don't know for sure.
but I don't think it is.
No, I'm probably. Well,
I'm about 60-40, I think.
It'd be an idea if we talked about the plot. Of
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
that's
we'll
a
carry
good
on.
point. Yeah,
Yeah,
we did.
crack on.
We have jumped well ahead.
We did. We got carried away. Apologies there. Czech astronaut Jakub Protska is 6 months into a space mission to investigate a mysterious cloud of dust and particles called Chopra lying beyond Jupiter. Looks really nice in the sky, doesn't it?
Pretty.
Very pretty.
Yeah, it's like this purple.
Purple
Purpley
cloud of
thing.
dust. Ah, that's nice.
It would freak you the fuck out though if that
Yeah.
just appeared one day, and we were just looking at that. You'd be like, somebody's ripped a hole through the fucking space-time continuum,
It's
and
like
they're
the-
about to jump through a wormhole or something.
Futurama, man. It looks like the ripping reality of
Yeah,
Futurama.
yeah. That's straight where your brain would go.
Yeah.
So you would
But-
be a bit freaked
It's
out.
like, wait, it's not sucking everything in. We're okay.
Immediately though, I thought, why are they sending one person alone? They would never do that, surely.
No.
Nah.
Just to minimise casualties if it goes wrong.
But then it also is the European Space Agency, and they're poor compared to NASA. And maybe they can only they want trying to beat the South
They
Koreans, aren't
converted
they?
Skoda into a
Basically,
rocket.
yes, it's a Skoda with some extra bits on it. It's a Skoda estate.
Can't dish Skodas now, they're fucking good.
No, but the old Czech Skodas.
80s, 90s Skodas.
Yeah,
They,
it's one of
they
them.
were
It's several
Volkswagen.
of them bolted together and cut into one. Is what this
The
is.
cut and shut.
Cut and shut.
Welded by Dave in a garage.
Welded by Gregor.
yeah.
So the Czech mission is arrived shortly before the South Koreans trying to get there. It's like, oh, we've got to get there and take samples from it.
Yeah, it's the very typical space race style.
Yeah, for some reason between the Czechs and the South Koreans and NASA, I presume we've already been there and done it already. I don't know.
No. Well,
They're
nowhere to
obviously
be
beating
seen.
NASA and the Russians.
yeah. It's obviously based in the future.
clearly, because I love the Czech space phone cubicle, which is fantastic in this movie. When what he uses it, what they use to talk to him, his wife uses.
What's the phone they use? A quantum faster than light phone.
That's it. He's getting a photo booth, with a phone.
So I was watching it, I was like, yeah, there's going to be a delay here, there's no way they can be talking. And then she mentions the quantum faster than light phone. I was like, you got around it.
Well done.
Well
done. I applaud you, writer. I applaud you. You spotted a problem. I spotted a problem, and you immediately answered it.
Yeah. It didn't answer a single person in space, though. You wouldn't send one person because they go insane.
Yes.
Which is what happens if they die.
But this is what
an injury.
But this is why he was away for a year training, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's got a pregnant wife, though. That's the was it. Lenka and then he's like, "Oh, I'm lonely. I miss my wife, but I've abandoned my wife repeatedly to go to space."
So he trained.
And now she's pregnant.
He trained to do this, so they isolated him for. I don't know whether it was a whole year, but they isolated him for a massive period of time to make sure that it could be done. And then he went to space because that's why she was so sore. Because he keeps
just
fucking
don't
off
send
for
one person. You
no, of course you don't. But it
wouldn't.
wouldn't have made the film if they sent 2 or 3 people. Then would they? It wouldn't have been the film of mystery.
Okay.
You said 4.
Because you'd have had 2 people witnessing the spider. You'd have known for 100% the spider was real. Yeah. And that's the whole point of the film.
Unless they did shifts, they did 12-hour shifts, one sleeps, one.
And he only appears like every.
Surely you'd have a chat though at some point, wouldn't you?
Have you seen that spider?
You do a shift changeover, wouldn't you?
Yeah, end of shift report. Giant spider appeared in the living quarters.
Sneezed on me.
Then had an interesting, deep philosophical conversation with you about my apparent loneliness.
But then again, he never tells Mission Control about the spider.
No.
Because he thinks he's going insane himself.
Crazy,
so he's not going to want to look crazy to his partner in space, is he? He's not going to say anything.
Oh,
could have got around it.
You'd be like, that's fucking spider, mate. That spider.
He'd still be lonely because
you just say like,
they'd be a
noticed anything strange around recently?
Have you noticed any other life signs? Do they say that? Do there's other life? No, they don't. They never say there's another life sign, do they?
No.
They don't say whether or not they monitor that though. In that, do they?
There'll be sensors inside, don't they? Increase in temperature.
At one point, he does a decompression or something.
He does. He blasts it out, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He has to do the slogan. That's the annoying thing of the Czech space mission, is that everything's funded by advertisers. So he has to say a slogan before he fucking decontaminates the entire space shuttle.
So anyway, we'll carry on with the synopsis, I guess, because we're jumping again.
Lenka sends her a message telling him that she wants to leave him, but Commissioner Toomer, Jakob's commanding officer, prevents it from reaching him to prevent Jakob's mental state from worsening.
I immediately thought, what a bitch. I mean,
can you tell him?
I know.
You can't tell him, man. You
can't, can you?
No.
If you want to leave him that much, at least wait till he gets home.
Yeah.
He's the loneliest man in the world.
Yeah. What you do is cheer him up by presenting him with your newborn child after having a few chats with him.
Yeah, you can't tell him that, can you?
No, you can't. But you've got to say, like, look, you've got a baby now, and next time when you come back, like, no more of this. That's when you talk about your relationship.
Yeah.
You don't just leave him and go, fuck it.
This isn't working out, I'm leaving.
So, yeah, not now. Not at this point.
She threw in the towel a bit, didn't she,
yeah,
really?
I think so. I mean, yeah.
Bitch.
That's what I thought.
She has kicked him while he was...
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like getting a Dear John letter when you're on a submarine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're away for 3.5 months, and 2 months into it, you get the one person.
How would you have felt?
Because I was almost kind of in that situation, mate. Yeah. But she stayed with me, and then when I got back off the submarine, that's when she was like splitting up, kind of thing. About a week later.
Yeah.
It's like, bitch. At the time, it didn't matter though, because I was good looking and women were flocking, so it didn't matter to me. It really didn't. I was like, all right,
is it lonely up there on your pedestal?
Nothing wrong with having good looks in my youth.
But now you're old and hideous, no one.
Yep, exactly.
He's like a crone now.
That's how it feels. It's that weird squint and the hobble.
And the hump. You used to have to fight them off with sticks, now they fight you off with sticks.
Yeah, and pitchforks and flaming torches.
Burn him! The monster!
Get back to your castle!
I've taken on the form of my ancestor.
It's a family curse.
It's the Frankenstein's monster curse.
The youngest son.
For anyone that doesn't know, Pete is distantly related to Boris Karloff.
Oh, it's a good job with his friend.
Motherfuckers.
So days later, still without news from Lenka, Jakob finds a spider-like creature with telepathic abilities inside a compartment of the ship.
That was
So
handy.
does he kick off when he finds it?
He's like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
I
And he
think
kind
he's
of
freaked out, isn't
He's
he?
freaked out, he gets into his spacesuit and he does that decontamination.
gets into the airlock and the spider's communicating with him telepathically like, hey, I'm not going to hurt you.
Skinny human.
Skinny. Oh, you know what? Just call him by his fucking name.
And he never does throughout
No,
the
he
whole
doesn't.
fucking
He
thing.
keeps calling him Skinny Human. Oh, okay, Skinny Human. Yes, Skinny Human. Oh, I can't tell you that, Skinny Human. It's a secret of existence, Skinny Human. You know. And it's like, just call him Jakob. You're telepathic. You should know what his fucking name is.
Oh, so he can't talk then?
He
No,
telepathically
he
does. Well,
does
his
talk.
mouth moves,
Yeah,
but
his
it's...
mouth moves. He does talk. It seems that way anyway.
Yeah.
Well, either way, just tell him, just say, look, please stop calling. I just look, stop calling me festively plump human.
Do you know what?
I'd be skinny at this
I'll
point.
call you hairy arachnid.
To be fair though,
Hairy bollock.
well, it's not like the worst. It's not the
know
worst
why.
thing, is it? He could have been called. So.
I don't know, the only good bug is
As
a
long
dead
as
bug.
he's skinny human, you can
He
almost
calls
take
me-
it as a nice compliment.
Yeah, he calls the spider Hanoush, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Is it Hanoush or Hanoush?
Hanoush. You know,
Hanoush.
and he wishes to understand humans better and help Jakob with his loneliness. I just want to say, after my 24 hours of How I Was 2 this week, this bug wouldn't have lasted 3 seconds if I had an assault rifle.
What annoys me is he asked him a few basic questions about where he's from, and he says he's from the beginning of time, didn't he say? And he's from a planet that we mentioned it before. Got
A parasitic
parrot.
plague.
Yeah, he killed them off. He's the last of the species. Fucking hell, this thing's been around since the beginning of time. Ask him more shit.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah, you've got a point there, Mike. I mean,
Are there other aliens out there? Are there...
what's
Is
Well,
there a
that
god?
itself
Who the
is
fuck
proof,
knows?
isn't it?
yeah?
That itself is proof of that question. Are there
Well,
other?
No,
beings
because
out
they could be
there?
the only other race out there.
Yeah, I suppose.
How many races are there? Is there a god? Is there a godhead? Is there a supreme creator?
Maybe he wasn't asking them questions because the spider isn't real. It's
Yeah.
part of his own
And he
psyche,
obviously-
and he doesn't know the answer to those
Yeah.
questions, so he can't answer back.
That's possible.
As we said, the spider could be imaginary.
There is links to loneliness and the brain being like a spider. There is things said about that, so maybe there's that connection to it. I don't know exactly how it means.
The web of memories.
Oh God!
Well,
if there's a
that's
fucking
but that's
spider.
part of it, I think.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
If I'm ever that lonely, I start hallucinating a fucking spider when I shoot myself in the face.
Maybe this is why people shoot themselves in the face like Kurt Cobain. He was seeing big spiders.
Yeah, but he was on a lot of heroin, and I'm
He was
not.
probably definitely
He
seeing
never
big
did it.
spiders.
Anyway, that bitch caught in love. Ordered it.
Oh well, you know what? That's a future episode.
What was his name?
Oh, you reckon
Donkey
it was
Dick.
a- Oh, you reckon it was a hit? I think it was a hit.
Well, the guy admitted to it.
The guy who sang Donkey Dick.
Yeah.
What guy?
There's a documentary called Kurt and Courtney,
Yeah,
and there was a singer from a band called Donkey Dick.
yeah.
I don't know what, I forget his name now.
He was like El Gran Pinoso or something like that.
And he admitted on camera that Courtney Love paid him to kill Kurt Cobain, and then 3 days later he fell under a train.
Did
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
Fell under a train.
Yeah.
So Courtney Love paid somebody else to put him under a train?
Maybe.
Ain't Courtney did it
Oh,
herself.
past that bitch.
Well, it's going to be a bit unlikely. She's like, oh, meet me at the side of the train tracks.
He loved his fucking daughter at the end of the day. I know he was depressed, and there was history of depression and suicide in his family, but I don't know, maybe he did it, but I'm not so sure.
Lot of heroin involved though, wasn't there? A lot of heroin.
Yeah.
You
Does
can
taking
say,
heroin make you kill yourself?
are you able to function and
Well,
pull
that's
a
another
trigger
point,
when
could
you're that full of heroin?
Exactly, that was another thing, wasn't it?
The other thing,
If
isn't
he
it?
had heroin in his body, could he have done it?
And the length of the gun, I've heard as well. I've
Yeah.
actually read a book. It's called Heavier Than Heaven. It's a
Oh, I've seen that myself.
Yeah, I've got the
it's
book,
a,
yeah.
it's
See,
a
our old
biography.
friend Ian was quite obsessed with Nirvana and Kurt Cobain, wasn't he? And I'd watched a couple of documentaries with him.
Yeah, one of my favourite bands when I was a teen.
And I remember hearing about the gun length.
Being too, you'd
So
have
it'd
to,
be
you'd
very
have to do it
different.
with
It's
his
with
toe,
toe,
or something
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. But it,
Yeah.
you know, if you're all messed up on
But I
heroin,
don't think he was barefooted.
yeah, if you're all messed up on heroin, how are you going to be able to do it with your toe?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Exploring his memories, Hanus learns more about Jakob. His father was an informant of the state party and was killed when Jakob was young, quite brutally, in a barn that was set on fire.
not nice.
No. He met Lenka, but often neglected her, being more focused on his career as a cosmonaut. I love that. Fuck, I'd be a cosmonaut. I'd rather be a cosmonaut than an astronaut. Wouldn't you?
Well, it's the same thing, mate.
I know,
is,
but
Just
cosmonauts-
named differently.
Cosmonaut sounds
And
better.
the Japanese are called takinauts.
Yeah, that sounds crap. Cosmonaut or astronaut, which one would you have?
Cosmonaut.
Yeah. It's not a hard question.
Well, I just don't think there's much in it. It's only a few letters in
Which
it.
sounds cooler? Which sounds cooler?
About an octonaut.
There you go.
That sounds
That's
crap.
a kids' show.
It's like a 3-year-old's kids show.
No, well,
I watch it because of my children, not. Well, I don't watch it. I've seen it because of my children.
no. Well,
Because I'm weird.
because he was so focused on his career, going as far as leaving her when she suffered a miscarriage. After showing Jakob an implanted memory of the miscarriage, which Jakob was not present for, Hannes, disappointed in humanity, leaves the ship, leaving Jakob distressed.
Well, he's not the only one disappointed with humanity.
To be fair. Well, no, I'm a humanist. I think Hannes is making a snap decision on one a pool of one person,
Maybe.
and for a being as old as time,
Mm.
you should know better than that.
We didn't meet Donald Trump in it or someone like that.
I don't think we'd ever send Donald Trump to space.
Wow.
That's a shame, isn't it?
We should.
Well, he's very old. He wouldn't survive.
That's the point.
Exactly. He's catching on quick.
Oh, the man's a fucking grift genius. Come on, he's the ultimate grifter, Teflon Donny.
Yeah, but he's like the personification of everything wrong.
Oh,
Well, he's going to be the new leader of the free world
I know,
very
yeah,
shortly.
He's going to be
So
dictator of the free world.
He's
isn't
in an election against what is essentially a weekend at Bernie's.
I know, yeah.
Of course, he's gonna fucking
no,
win.
the granddad of Weekend at Bernie's.
I mean, come on.
Oh, man. You're going to feel for the moment.
Just accept it.
What a
4 more
choice.
years.
Do you know what though?
Just accept
Trump
it.
called it all the way through. He was don't be voting for Sleepy Joe. And that's what he called him, wasn't it? Sleepy Joe. And it's so fucking true. And
Yeah.
and everything that he kind of said.
That man. Have you ever seen his fucking little rallies he does? Because a political stand-up comedian.
Who, Trump?
He's just there to fucking entertain a crowd. He's not even there to give policies. He's just like.
It's just verbal diarrhea.
Yeah.
I know. It's
He's good at it though.
fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
But
He
yeah,
said he's made his money.
and then the opposite with
Yeah, he's a
Joe.
snake oil salesman, isn't he?
Joe Biden's the complete opposite, though, isn't he? Because he hasn't
Oh.
got a bloody
He doesn't know where he is.
an ounce of charisma about him anymore, is he? He's that old and decrepit. He's like, oh, who? What? Where am I? What's my name again?
USA.
I feel like one of those old turtle people, you know, look like a turtle.
Well, that's Mitch McConnell, the
That's
turtle
Mitch
man.
Bless him.
Oh, you know what? He's giving it a go.
He's lived a good life.
He's giving it a go. We've
Oh,
got-
he's a fucking... I don't like Ivan, to be honest.
I can't even say he's given it a go because he hasn't actually been able to physically do anything, surely.
Well, people prop him up when he says stuff.
He walks along and falls over all the time and shit, and he's just too
I-
old.
They're both too old, in all fairness.
Yes, but at
Both
least
too
Trump
old.
still walk.
But Trump's sharp at the minute, isn't he? But how long is he going to be that sharp in 4 years? You don't know.
He ain't that sharp. He has a few slips of the tongue, doesn't he?
He does, but that's just Trump, innit?
He's nowhere near Biden. I mean, he's fucking decrepit, isn't he?
We're going on another tangent.
Another tangent, right, let's get back to the film. Jakob arranges with technician and good friend of his, Peter, to get him to deliver a message to Lenka asking for forgiveness for his neglect. Hanus returns after this, revealing he's dying due to a parasitic infection that wiped out his entire species. The two finally arrive at the Chopra Cloud, which is revealed to be a leftover of the beginning of the universe, where every moment of time exists simultaneously, and Hanus leaves to die in space. They have this wonderful moment where they hug, don't they? That wouldn't be a wonderful moment for me. The only time I'm hugging you is I'm plunging a knife into his body.
So he
Oh,
leaves.
gladiator!
He leaves to die though, peacefully on his own, and then Jakob notices though, doesn't he? And he's like, "No, I've got to save you." And he
goes
fucking
and
gets
he's-
all suited up, and
He cuts his own fucking thing.
he jumps out because he can't reach. He cuts his fucking cord, and then just floats off into deep space,
and hugs him.
and then finds him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he catches up to Hanush, and it's just like, "Well, you fucked now, aren't you, mate?"
Yeah, you're gonna die together. Well done.
and then Hanush, then you see the parasites, don't you?
Yeah.
It's quite a touching moment. It is quite a touching moment in places. There's some heart jerking moments.
Like I say, there's nothing at all wrong with any of the acting performances in this movie.
No.
Or the look of the film.
Or the look of the film.
Yeah, it looks
Well-made
fantastic. Yeah.
But there are some...
I just got a bit bored in the middle.
Yeah,
It's just a strange plot.
yeah, it's a very slow...
Does he get back into the ship then?
No.
Well, he doesn't get back into that ship, no. The South
Luckily.
Korean, I think, I always think what struck me when I watched it was like, because they're telling him, oh, the South Koreans are only hours behind you, well done, you made it. You're the first there, you beat them by like, was it a couple of hours tops?
Yeah.
I think he knows that they're coming anyway, and the minute that it's revealed that he's gone EVA, extra vehicular activity, as they call it in space, spacewalking,
Yeah.
then they'll know that he's out there, and they'll immediately message the South Koreans like, hey, something's gone wrong, our man's got out in there on his own, you need to get him back in because the ship's gone. Because the ship gets destroyed, doesn't it? So they'll know the ship's gone within, not that long, and they'll know that he's still alive because of his sensors and his suit.
Yeah, he gets picked up by the South Koreans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Gets
would then
picked up
have
by
to
South
jettison
Koreans.
some weight
Yeah.
to get
No.
back.
Would they?
Yes,
How did his ship blow up there?
it went too far into the cloud
Ooh.
because he wasn't in control anymore. He's meant to skirt on the outskirts and like take a little sample with a robotic arm, but because he's not in the ship, it kind of just starts ploughing into the field.
Well, he tries to capture the particles of this cloud, doesn't
Well, there was the other thing as well. There was the particles that started appearing, and
Yeah.
there's looking like a little blue fucking ball of light.
I thought they were pink.
Oh, sorry, it was
Pink.
a little pink ball of
Yeah.
light. That's me been seeing too much to Star Trek the past few days.
Right.
There's a few things in Star Trek very similar. But yeah, and it's like
Cute.
these little beads of the pinky purple light, like coming through the ship, and he's
Yeah.
trying to capture it, and he's putting it in this, that, and the other, and then he's trying to get rid of it and expel it, and he
Yeah.
puts it in the toilet chute, and it's just quite mad, really. And that's the particles he's meant to be trying to catch.
Yeah.
So it's clearly obvious to him. Oh shit! Well, I ain't catching any of these because they've got their own fucking mind, basically.
Yeah.
It's like the particles
They
were
go through
sentient,
matter, don't they?
and I think there's the connection with Hanush because it says that he's from the
Yeah.
same place as this pink fucking thing, essentially, from the start of time and the creation.
That's possibly how he managed to get there in the first place. He came
Yeah.
through that little dust cloud.
Yeah. But yeah, it's sad at the end when because it's quite gross, isn't it? I think because I don't like shit like that when all these little fucking things start moving under Hanush's skin and then they just burst out through
Devour
his skin
him.
and devour him. You literally just devour him from the
Yeah.
outside, from the inside out.
Crumbles into nothing, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then can we only assume that Jakob is then infected with those parasites,
So there might be a Spaceman 2 when he brings these parasites to Earth.
and it kills everybody?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Is he actually like? Has he destroyed the human race?
possibly.
Or was it all in his imagination and Hanush didn't actually exist, so it doesn't matter?
Yeah, he was hallucinating the whole thing.
And it was his own hallucination that warned him about the dangers that his ship was in and made him get out, because it was like a way of his mind telling him something was going wrong with the ship. If you can stay in the ship, you're going to die. So get out and you'll live.
You're fucking tired. You haven't slept properly in months, and you've done like 900 simulations of you collecting that cloud, and then you're so fucking exhausted and lonely and depressed, you just fuck it up and crash a ship. And Hanush is there like, come outside, I'm outside, kind of thing.
Yeah. Like a subconscious.
Yeah, drags him out of it.
Or he is an alien and he does that
Yeah,
because he knows what's going on. And he's like, right, I'll draw him outside.
I'll find it. It was a
I'm
fucking
feeling
alien.
like he's fake.
It's a tough one because I watched it twice and I'm still none the wiser.
I'd find out if it was fucking real or not. I'd bash his head in with the biggest wrench I could find. I'm not fucking putting up with a giant spider.
But it'd be nice to take some pictures of him, wouldn't it?
Well, surely he's got a camera or some sort of something on board.
There was cameras on board because he used to record like a face-to-face message using the Czech Interstellar faster than light fucking phone. But
Yeah.
Hanush never appeared. You were like, hey guys, look at Hanush. Here's my mate. Thinking, would you? Because you're exposing alien life to the public in a completely uncensored live feed.
Mass panic and hysteria.
Hey, was a giant spider doing behind you? Jesus Christ! You'd have to address the elephant in the room, wouldn't you?
And then the feed cut out and he couldn't get him back.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, we've been invaded by giant spiders.
Destroy that shuttle immediately.
Well, no, that's my thoughts because that's what would happen.
Yeah.
That shuttle would just get destroyed immediately.
Launch a
fuck
nuke
the
at the shuttle.
acres. No, we're not having no big giant alien spiders on in this planet. Thank you very much.
No more Terminids.
Yeah. But no, I think as the basis of the film, Strange, his performance was, I think, really, really good.
Yeah, it was. I'll give it that. He was. I've got nothing against any of the performances.
I
in this
wouldn't
movie.
be surprised if he's nominated for awards
I
for,
think that's
for his performance
See, the
in
thing
that
is-
film.
It was decent. I'll give it. I'm not going to raise it highly, and I'm never going to go out and watch it again. Probably. I mean, the performances were good. It lost me a bit in the middle. I was just like, I was failing the Clair test.
It was a little bit too love story, wasn't it, throughout the middle
yeah.
for me.
I was failing the Clair test of staying awake.
After listening to you guys, I don't think I'm going to be watching it.
I think you have to watch it now, to be honest, as a debt of honour to the rest of us.
Oh!
You know, I think you have to. We're a team. You gotta take it for the team.
Yeah, I'll take one for the team. Fuck it.
It's worth a watch. You
It's
wouldn't, I
fair.
don't think you'd
Yeah.
be like at the end of the film going, fucking hell, there's an hour and a half of my life I'll never get back. It won't,
There's
it's
some
not that
films
bad.
that you guys like, and I'm just like, oh my days.
Like what?
I don't know, what was it we watched?
I Come in Peace.
Oh, you didn't like that film, the
I didn't-
news reporter one, did you? What was it called? The one where the journalist goes.
Network.
The network. Or
Mm.
network. You didn't like that, did you?
No.
Great speech, though.
I thought it was a bit boring too, but
That's considered a classic. It's got like an 8.1 on IMDb.
This is actually a 5.7 on IMDb.
I think that's a little low.
I think
I'd
it's
give
good.
it a
yeah, I think it's
6.5
I think it's
myself.
worth more than that.
I'd go 6.1, 6.2. Lost me in the middle a bit. And I just, as I said at the start of the show, it's Adam Sandler talking to his therapy spider in space.
I didn't really care about their relationship enough. There wasn't enough. I wasn't invested enough.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. It didn't grab me enough. It wasn't interesting enough for me in places.
You're not a fan of human spider relations.
That bit, like I said, that bit was fine. I
See-
wish he'd asked more questions about
Mm.
where he's from and the universe and everything.
I just feel like this is going to be one of those films. I'm like, oh, space, it's going to drag me in, it's going to be a bit creepy, a bit what, you know.
No, there's no.
and that they're going out on a mission to find something. I'll have like, you know, great expectations and then just end up going meh. Like when I watch Sunshine, there's loads of these sort of films, isn't it? When they go out to do, you know, on this mission to save Earth, or you know, it could be one thing or another. I think it's going to be an anti-climax. Bam, bam.
See, I give it a 6.7, purely based on Adam Sandler's performance.
Oh, it's a good performance. It's nice to see him playing a serious role and
Yeah, and he
doing
did
it well.
it really well. That was the thing. I don't think he's going to get no Oscars for it. I don't think that by any shot. But I think some of the lower level awards, it wouldn't surprise me if he was nominated for a few awards for
It
that.
did well in the Netflix top 10. It was there. It was in there for a long time. Top 5 even.
It's a decent watch.
It's decent to watch. I mean, I wouldn't rush out and watch it again.
No.
There's no need to, though, is it? It's
No.
not like an action thriller where you'll...
No, it's not a drama.
million-
I mean, you know me. I'm a simple man. I like explosions and car chases and titties. Gunfire.
Yeah, there was no titties in there, was there?
No. Gunfire, witty one-liners.
There was a little bit of wet t-shirt in there, if I remember rightly, though. Or more of a wet dress, but...
Either way, you know what I mean. I'm a simple man. I like simple things.
You are a simple man, yes, we will agree on that.
It's like the Leonard Skinner song. You know, it didn't grip
That's
me.
what you like.
Didn't grip me in the middle. I think that's the best place to end it.
Overall, worth a watch. Don't be too excited about it, though.
Yeah, go with that. We
Yes, got some fucked up facts on it for a while, have we?
No, we haven't, to be fair.
The theme tune, please.
Facts,
fucked up facts,
Facts. So what fucked up facts you got for us, then?
Yeah, hit us with some knowledge, Mike.
Why shouldn't you open an umbrella indoors?
Because
Bad
it's
luck.
hard to get outside with. You can't get through the door with it anymore easily.
Yeah, you will break the end of a door, but it's also bad luck.
Well, apparently it's only considered unlucky because the umbrella manufacturers wanted you to leave it in the rain, so it goes mouldy fast and you have to buy a new one.
Oh, no way.
Never.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So
Doesn't
they
surprise you,
created
does it?
that. It's bad luck.
Yeah.
They created that.
Yep.
Clever buggers.
I love it.
Bastards, aren't they?
That's capitalism.
Wasn't it Grumio that invented the umbrella?
No idea.
Oh, no, I couldn't tell you. He's a French bloke. I
You
think.
never watched Plebs?
No,
No.
I think it's a French invention.
I think at first it was a bit of a faux pas to have an umbrella.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for men.
Wasn't it designed actually as a shade as opposed to a...
A shade is more of a shade, yeah.
I
because
think it was more of a shade originally than a rain
Blocker.
keeper dryer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't think of the word then, yeah. Blocker.
I know the Duke of Wellington banned umbrellas amongst his staff at Waterloo.
Did he?
And
Why?
because he thought it was like, you just get fucking wet. Just get fucking wet, you're a man up. No umbrellas.
Yeah.
Because remember, he's got a bunch of guys around him on horses all the time, ready to run off and dispatch orders. And because they're stood there for a bit while he's observing shit's going on, and no, it's raining, no umbrellas. No. Tough it out. Which is what I'd do. I've never owned an umbrella in my life.
Can't say I have either.
So it's a French invention.
Has anyone heard of the term blue zones?
No. Only blue board.
It's areas of the world where people live a particularly long time.
Oh, nice.
And they've been studied to see what lifestyles may lead to a long and healthy life.
Okay.
However, new evidence suggests they're just simply areas with higher than average levels of clerical errors and pension fraud.
Is that the island on Greece? Off the coast, there's an island off the
Island of
coast
the
of
Immortals.
Greece.
We did an episode of it, didn't we?
No, it's like, yeah, everyone lives fucking ages, don't they? There's no
Italy.
pension fraud.
I was
Yeah,
going to say
could be.
Italy as well.
Mm.
They live quite long there, don't they?
Yeah.
They do have a better diet than we do in the West, and in Britain certainly anyway.
God, yeah.
Because we're Americanised, aren't we?
Yeah.
I mean, our food culture consists of a full English breakfast and fucking fish and chips. Let's face it.
Yeah.
Everything else is British. We've borrowed curries and all that, you know.
Yeah.
We
Meat
borrowed
and
it,
two
haven't
veg in it.
Yes, our food's. I mean, it's great, but at the same time, not as adventurous as some stuff, is it?
No.
Oh yeah, but you know, gotta love a cottage pie, haven't you? Or
Oh, of course. That's why I don't eat Chinese and Indians.
Oh.
I never grew up eating them. Never. We always had cottage pie, shepherd's pie, sausage and mash, fish and chips, chicken and chips, shit like that. We never had stuff like that when I was a kid.
Missing out, mate.
Don't think my taste buds would take it. Right, what's the next story?
During the reign of Edward III,
Where are we?
1327 to 77. About that time, innit?
It's Longshanks, isn't it?
Is it?
One that in the William Wallace in
Mm.
Braveheart. I might be wrong. I don't know. Okay, let's find out what
About
happens.
that time, anyway, innit?
Yeah.
The citizens of Norwich had to pay the king 24 herring pies a year.
Herring pies.
Yeah.
Each person had to give him a.
I don't know if it's each person or Norwich as a whole had to give him 24 herring pies.
Interesting.
See, I like that. That's creative taxing.
I want fish pies
Yeah.
now.
I want precisely 24 fish pie. 2 a month.
I was going to say you wouldn't have them all at the same time, would
No,
you?
you
So-
won't.
Only herring though.
Only herring. 2 a month. A year. Can do that part of your tax tithe.
Mhm.
I like it. I'd say to Dory Chippy, like, right, I want 2 chippers a month off you.
Is this what you're going to say when you become mayor? And you're like that. Right, I'm raising the taxes. 2 chippies a month.
I want 2 chippers a month off you.
And from the bakery I want 4 sausage rolls. And 2 ice buns.
With off license, I want 400 cans of lager a month.
400 for me? I've been drunk
About right,
constantly. It's about right bollocks, is it? I drink tops 20 cans a week. That's
Then
not
you do
bad.
20 cans in one night, what about?
Yeah, you have seen me do 20 cans in one night.
24?
On occasion.
He's going to take it very seriously and just hang outside the off licence for his whole reign as mayor.
Just getting handed beer. It was like all day.
Taxed.
That's not going to solve the drug problem. I'll be the only one. Taxed. Thank you. Me with the ice drink.
I'm
no,
the
mate.
mayor, don't you know?
Not on my watch. just nail it. I'll take my liver or take it for the town.
I'm keeping people at the bandstand.
I'm taking it for the town.
Then he'll be off for his nightly free session at Candy's.
I won't be able to
Local
fucking do anything at that
whorehouse.
point. First of all, I don't know where that is. Second of all,
You've got that strange card in your wallet that says candies.
I don't carry a wallet anymore. It's post-COVID, mate. I do it all on my phone.
Candy's is a knocking shop, isn't
It
it?
is a knocking shop.
Wouldn't know where it was. Don't know. Never been there. Just saying. No. It'll be the answer. I'm not corrupt.
Next fact.
Yes, that is a fact. No, I'm not corrupt.
Yet.
I
I like how we both said that at the same
I'm
time.
hurt by your lack of faith in me. So it's Jedi, the Jedi Code, eh?
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Yeah, so you should find your lack of faith disturbing.
As some mammals can absorb oxygen through their intestines, scientists are considering the possibility of anal ventilation in humans in the future.
Well, so you can breathe through our arses.
Yeah.
I'll
Why do
stick
we
to my
want to do
nose.
that? Why do we want to do that?
I'll stick to my nose and mouth, thank you. Why would I want to do that? Exactly.
Well, maybe you've...
It's gonna be very fucking fresh, is it?
I guess the only thing... very fresh.
Breathing air through my arsehole.
Every
So
breath
it's
stinks of shit. Tastes of shit.
so fresh, is it?
I'm guessing it's because you might have a blockage or something in your throat and you can't breathe.
Oh, fuck me! Just stick us some gills on.
I just took it to the next level in my mind where I got an orchestra.
An orchestra?
An orchestra if you're breathing through your arm. Yeah, the new butthole orchestra.
Let's play the trumpet.
Well, they used to blow smoke up your arse, didn't they?
For
Yeah.
drowning, yeah. Oh, mind you, that would shock you,
Do you know
man.
that?
You know, there is no reason to think that that is not a valid thing, because of the shock of having a bellows shoved up your arse and then compressed, if that doesn't wake you up, it doesn't make you cough, right? It doesn't make you jerk and cough that
Well,
water
just
out.
expel all the liquid out the other end, I'm assuming that's what their point of that is.
You shouldn't be shoving compressed air up your arse, though, should you?
Nah.
No.
But, hey, I bet they jerked about a bit and coughed the water out, and sometimes they survived.
I think that's a terrible idea, Mike. I don't like it.
Nah, me neither. Alright, what's next?
Winston Churchill was an accomplished bricklayer.
That doesn't surprise me.
Just because he laid 2 bricks and went, I'm a working man, doesn't mean he's a bricklayer.
I don't know. He was a man of varied hobbies, Churchill. There's no reason to think he wouldn't have thought, you know what, I'm going to be a bricklayer.
A device was invented for men in the 1880s that set off an alarm if an erection was detected.
What, so it's a string tied to your dick tied to a bell above the bed, basically. Isn't it?
Ding-a-ling.
Is that what it is?
Dingling. My dingling.
Don't sing it.
The instrument consists of a ring which is hinged for the purpose of keeping the circuit open when the organ is quiescent. Quiescent?
Dormant?
Soft.
Yeah. Upon the ring is a flat plate of ivory furnished with a bolt which upon erection is pushed backwards so as to complete the circuit.
Okay.
Well, so you get an erection, it shocks you.
With the ring and bolt are connected to number 2 insulated wires which convey the current to 2 binding screws.
So you get an erection, it shocks you. As you're about to get an erection, it electroshocks your penis. Is that what we're talking about?
It's going to make you go flaccid again, let's face it.
Well, yes,
Binding
absolutely.
screws.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of that for a start. Binding screws
Anything
to
like
my
that,
penis.
anything like that near my bollocks or my penis, no thank you very much.
No, I'm not down for this.
No.
But it was only tried by 5 men,
Oh, well,
I'm not
that's a
surprised.
one of whom quickly gave up because he got tired of being woken 7 times in 2 hours.
Horny bastard.
That I like.
I wonder why they even invented that.
Because they were fucking prudes.
Oh, he keeps on having erections in the middle of the night. Can't you stop him, doctor? That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yes. But sadly, that's the state some people are at.
Some people still are.
It was, sex is for consummating children, isn't it? That's it.
Yeah. Speaking of children, the fact in France, children were allowed to drink wine with their lunch in school cafeterias until 1981.
Doesn't surprise me. The French
Yeah.
love it. I mean, you can drink wine in a restaurant at 13 in the France.
You can in this country with a meal. 12.
I think they can just do it, can't they?
No, 14 in this country.
I
If
think
you're
it's like-
with your parents.
Yeah, if you're with your
whatever,
parents and you've got a meal, you can have an alcoholic drink at 14.
yeah.
I'm
It's like
pretty,
half a pint. or
I'm
something
pretty
like that.
sure
It comes from the in-between, isn't it, when they're trying to order beer? They have to order a Sunday roast.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's 13 or 12 in France with a meal with your parents.
Probably is.
My dad went to France once as part of his work trip, and they served wine in a canteen at lunchtime. And I'm like, oh, would you like a glass of wine? It's like 12 o'clock. He goes, nah. For start now, I won't stop. That's what happens to me if I drink in the afternoon.
So British.
So, if I start at midday, that's it. I stop until I fall asleep.
Didn't they have like a 3-hour lunch break in France?
They certainly have at least a good hour and a half.
I know they have like a really long lunch break. Like, and that's standard for lunch breaks.
The
where-
French don't fuck about when it comes to
Food,
employment.
no, in food as well. They like to eat small things and eat it over a long time.
Yeah, that's true. They have to pick at stuff, get some bread, spread it, get some pate, have a munch on it, chat about shit, just burn down a traffic camera. Go on the street, march a bit, come back, finish your lunch.
Blockade Calais for
Yeah.
a bit.
That kind of thing. Good handed to
Eat a
them.
bit more cheese.
They take no shit.
Drink a glass of wine.
Speaking of shit, American plumbers
Lots of segues today.
I know.
I was
yeah.
almost seamless.
I know. Refer to the day after Thanksgiving as Brown Friday. A lot of toilets being clogged up, I guess.
Oh yeah, big time. Go on, another one last
It
one.
is illegal to be drunk in a UK pub. Apparently.
Is it? I don't know. I mean, isn't that the point of going to the pub?
No, it's been illegal for a long
Has it?
time. Yeah.
I thought it was illegal to be served
Drunk.
drunk in a pub.
Because, you know, that's why pubs have them 2 tiles around the bar.
Right.
Because you can stand on them and demonstrate you're sober, they'll serve you. If you're on them and you're all over the fucking place, then you go, you're at the bar.
No. Yeah, because isn't it illegal to be drunk and disorderly?
Drunk at the bar. It's
No,
illegal.
drunk and disorderly on the street as well.
Yeah.
But that's whether you're disorderly is that's up to the copper.
It's open to
whoever's-
interpretation,
Yeah,
isn't It is illegal to be drunk at the bar, I know that much. But some of the landlord explained it to me once. Australian fella. I did a run in with the pub takings.
Did he?
Yeah. Never saw him again. Don't know what happened to him. Shout out to you, I was landlord of the Reeking View.
Must have been a good week.
Probably not. But he used to open till 2 in the morning. It was something to go after work. And when we finished at like 10 on a Friday, 4 solid hours of drinking after work. Them were the days.
Any more, Mike?
Yeah, William the Conqueror's body exploded at his funeral.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
I knew you'd know that.
Yeah, they left him for so long because they shipped his body back to Caen. It was like 2 weeks, something like that, for the journey, and he'd swollen. So when they tried to put him in the stone
Hadn't been
sarcophagus,
embalmed or nothing then.
there's no such thing at that point, or rudimentary embalmment at the best. But his body got so swollen because he was quite fat at that point too. They tried to stick him in a stone sarcophagus, and his body just popped.
Ah.
And apparently the stench hung around the cathedral for 2 weeks.
Oh, I'd hate to be the cleaner of that.
Oh, fuck yeah. Someone's got to clean it up. And the fact that all his bones were nicked during the French Revolution. I think only a thigh bone remains now.
Huh.
There's a thing about grave robbing in the French Revolution. They fucking loved it.
Just for the bones or for the jewels that they put with them?
I
or-
think they were looking for wealth.
Yeah.
I think, but they also sell the bones.
Right, final fact.
Go on then.
In 1962, a US court heard the case of United States versus one solid gold object in the form of a rooster,
Wow, a golden cock.
and the rooster won.
A golden cock beat America? What?
How's that? What's it all about?
No idea.
So the United States of America got into the country, the federal government,
Yep.
got into an argument legally with a golden statue of a rooster, a
Yep.
golden cock, if you will,
Yep.
And lost.
Yep.
Oh, I don't get that.
That's the only information I have.
Who the fuck did the rooster have on his legal team?
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson's lawyer, clearly.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
The glove didn't fit, Pete, but it did at the same time. Schrodinger's glove. That's what it is. And on that note, let's end the show. I'm going to say, don't do the favourite, don't join the cult. Have it there.
I've been Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out, may the force be with you.
And I've been Clair. Keep an open mind, but not so open that it spills out your ears.
And I've been Pete. Well, I still am Pete. Take care. Last week.